How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Hope you guys had some good training this weekend. I didn't get to beat any of your asses or get my ass beat, so get to see what you guys worked on. Let's see. Wrapping up closed guard week, I think. Right? This was the end of closed guard, right?
I
Or do we have
this
one more
was the
week
end
of
of
it?
the first week. Yeah,
Okay.
I think this is just the first week. Yeah.
Cool. So let's check out what y'all did yesterday. Is that Jason and Jordan, I think. Everybody looks so fast. Jordan and
Yeah,
Gavin.
Jason and Jordan, Danny and Josh.
Got Clay and Andrew in the corner.
That's right. I got to train with Cody. It had been a long time since I trained with him.
Yeah. Don't think I'd seen you guys train together in a while. Alright. Another idea I want to try to stop this stupid screen from blinking. I'm curious if maybe the footage is too big. Maybe that'll work. I did try turning it off and then back on. What's up, James? Missed first
What's up,
round.
James?
Had a ton of awesome subs on Danny. Too bad. I
It's a
believe it.
shame, Jordan.
Danny hit me up after class and was like, dude, Jordan destroyed me today. Oh, screen still flickering. Whatever. Danny looking for the... You got the anaconda there. Well, you got the turn, you got the gator roll, but not the strangle. You know, Cody's stand-up has definitely improved. Like I feel like he's always down to work from top position.
Yep.
Which is good. He's not just pulling guard all the time.
Yeah, he tried to he caught me in a like a standing Kimura
Yeah.
when I went around to take the back, and I was able to just chase him around to relieve the pressure.
Josh, you got a Danny on your back. I mean, if there's no flickering for you, then I'm happy. I see it on my end, which I assume means you guys see it. It's like, it's not constant flickering. It's like one little frame at a time. Braden is working to an inside Ashi, or working to a cross Ashi here.
Yeah, he has it.
Just Josh blinking. Interesting. So look at let's look at Braden's leg lock here with Joe. So he gets him to cross Ashi, but is pretty straight on. So this is like cross Ashi. Typically you're looking across your opponent. You're not looking straight down them like you would with an outside Ashi. And this makes it, from this angle, like it's pretty easy for Joe to defend this. So he's got his leg triangled. I really love this move. Braden says, all right, cool, I'll go for the second leg. He pulls it over, and now Joe's primary leg is kind of locked in place. His shin is over the ankle. And then now this is great. This is such a good spot to be in with. When you can cross your opponent's secondary leg in front of your body, if you're going to be straight on with your opponent in a cross Ashi, this is a good spot to work from. Where now you have heel exposure on the primary leg that's pretty constant, and then a real lack of mobility for your opponent to like roll out or even defend that primary leg. So as soon as he gets those legs crossed up, he immediately goes on the attack here. That's a nice heel hook. That was solid.
Passing on the knowledge. Awesome.
Yeah, that was great. And Josh, Danny's really giving you a run for your money here, man. Need to see
He didn't show up for class, so he deserved it.
Who did?
Said Josh didn't show up for class, so he totally deserved it.
Sean, what's up? How you doing, man?
What's up, Sean?
Payback from Friday. I don't know what happened Friday, but let's look at Braden real quick. Just curious how they got here. Okay. Clay and Joe. All right, Coop and Josh.
Yeah, it's pretty wide open.
Yeah, there are no poles in the middle. Just
So I
some
don't know
hard
if Joe's
balls.
on, but I was trying to figure out what the takedown was. I think Clay just feinted like a knee tap, and then Joe went to go sprawl,
Ah,
and
yeah.
then he just takes clear advantage of it. Just goes right up on top.
This kind of plays into like why I like the wrist snap.
Hmm.
This is cool though because it's from the other side. So when I've talked about the wrist snap, I like to do it on wrestlers or people who have a strong sprawl reflex. But this is cool because this time it's the wrestler who's doing the move and the non-wrestler who is anticipating it and thinking he should be sprawling here.
Yeah.
So that's a neat little turnaround. So Clay fakes his shot and Joe drops his level, tries to sprawl away. Clay's like, I'm not even there. Spins around. Back take. Does that rollover back take. Doesn't quite get the hooks though, at least not yet. Good job keeping your elbow tight for that, Joe. It's an easy way to get caught in a katagatame. Oh, we got Arsan. Cool. High single, inside trip. And I think Arsam has been really interested in working on the body lock pass. I know we were talking about that with him a few weeks ago. He's
Yeah.
trying to put it to work here with Danny.
Yeah, he was feeling pretty comfortable with the guillotine. I mean, it was on the wrong side, right? So he passed the correct side.
Yeah.
So no stress here. He was able to pass and get right around to the side.
Coop, for you, so you're sitting here, seated guard. It looks like you're kind of thinking about an arm drag here. I'm not gonna say this is like the wrong grip. You can arm drag like this, but switch your grip here for now. I want your left hand at the wrist. You grab the cross side arm for under the tricep for the arm drag, and it's a great move from seated versus a kneeling or standing opponent even, to get the back exposure. Doing good, man. Saw you sprawl on Clay's feint, shot feint, and then you ran around and took your back. Keeping the knee up to save it, but Clay steps over.
Very low mount from Clay.
I think Jason is practicing his leg locking on
Yeah.
Braden here.
Yeah, he went into a straight ankle not a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
And then when they reset, goes into the heel hook.
Just gotta be careful, man. Their heel hooks are getting pretty tight.
Yep.
They will lay it on fast. Braden, you gotta get up to your knee though, man. Roll through this. There we go. Cooper coming up. Cooper, I'd like to see, remember, if you get someone's knees pointed in one direction, you pass to the opposite direction, typically. So right now, Josh's knees are pointed out this way. I want to see you coming behind Josh and establishing side control from there. Not continuing over his legs, because now you're just loading yourself up onto his legs, which are, you know, a powerful part of the body, so he can move you with them. Looks like he's letting you work from here, but that's a dangerous spot to be. Joe trying to enter in on an Arimi Ashi here. Clay really, all right. Joe's got Clay seated.
He's got his right leg. He's got his legs triangled.
Yeah.
And was able to break out of it.
Coop on the armbar. Once his leg, but it was always his bad one. It's very kind of you. I'll take what I could get with Clay. Arsam just about passing the mount. Danny's holding him off with the half guard.
This is nice. Way to feel the off balance, the overcommitment to the one side.
I missed that.
Joe and Clay.
Oh. Yeah, and so we talked a lot about Clay last week with his ability to like leg scissor to switch his hips down. Joe does the same thing here. And this is a spot where we often see Joe getting sweeps anyways. That was a good reaction. And not to start plotting against Clay, but remember, you guys, when when your opponent is on bottom and they're looking to bridge from here, this is a time to start digging in on underhooks on the elbow, right? This is Peters all day. But right here, that's an open elbow. That's a vulnerable elbow. Right now, Joe, your head is kind of not so much under your control, so it might be a little bit more difficult. But I'd say putting this arm in on an underhook or in a better position to establish an underhook is going to be a better bet coming out from this. I don't know. Like, I hesitate because the arm is behind the shoulder line, so it would make it difficult for Clay to possibly come up from here. But I don't know. I just see you doing this as like a entrance into a Kimura,
It would definitely be an entrance into a Kimura, and if you think about it, like the way that Clay's got to scissor his legs in order to get back up, in order to do that, you leave such a gap in between your elbow and your knee. So in this case, the right elbow of Clay and his right knee, in order for him to get up. So if you were to just go around and chase that dorsal Kimura and not be able to catch the arm, you wind up with a right hook in to take the back. Pretty significant, like a pretty deep right leg hook as you're starting to circle around. So there's really not a reason to not chase the back and not chase the dorsal position there.
Yeah. Getting him off balance here. Ish, not really.
The way that Clay is able to pivot off of his neck is it's like not human. and very difficult to deal
Definitely
with.
annoying.
Yeah, very, very annoying and difficult to deal with. But he has like no problems like putting this on the mat as a pivot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like
Clay, are
wait
you
till
in the
you're
chat?
30.
Are you watching live right now? I feel like you might be. It's nice, good round.
But like all the strength that it had to go into training his neck to do that is just incredible.
I'll never warm up to neck bridging. Like those exercises, they still scare me. There are other ways to work your neck out though. Victoria low on the single with their head on the outside. So we've seen some of the leverage issues you can have with an ankle pick if you're not especially low on it. All right, so Victoria's grabbing a little bit higher. I always like to tell you guys, you know, pinky to the mat when you're doing this. Victoria's a little high on this, and she doesn't have a, you know, more importantly, what's going on here, she doesn't have the control, like the collar tie over Jordan's head. So he has a much better base right now, but really that hand position is something I'd like to see
Get over here!
tightened up. Clay, that better be you following. 10 sets of neck curls twice a day. All right, man. Just like laying down on the bed, curling the neck up. Because I know that's a, I've had him chin to chest and then like laying on your stomach and extension. And then even like side to side. Definitely something I don't do at all.
Definitely need to.
Yeah.
As much as I come home or like wake up in the morning, I'm like, damn, my neck hurts.
Thank you for the follow, Clay. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
We got Zach and Cody going at it too. All right. Josh entering in on an Arimiyashi. Jason trying to get behind you. Jason, take your time here, man. You're in a good spot. I don't want to see you rush overhead like this. I mean, if you're going to do that, you could do that sort of rolling entrance. Like Clay did it earlier, where you like somersault over. Or you could just back off, go to, like, don't disengage, but go to the side, focus on getting the knee in rather than getting too far over top. Now you're going to lose position. So this is a good example of what you were talking about, or might be. It looks like you were working to the dorsal position for a second there, trying to get Jason's
He's
right
very
arm.
wise to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very wise to this. It's very difficult to gather his arms, but I am trying.
I don't want a Danny DeVito neck. I want a Mike Tyson neck. What do I have to do to get a Mike Tyson neck? And don't say neck bridges, because I've seen the footage of him doing it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I believe that. My hairline's way better than Danny DeVito. Just want to go back. Missed. So Josh was really digging on this leg. All right, nice back step. And then kind of knee slide out of there. Andrew and Ben. Jason
gave me a really good quick turn to start the action, and then puts me back on my butt.
That's exactly what I was right there. That little bit of rotation was all I needed to get safe.
Yeah, and I couldn't quite build up the hip height that I needed in order to get behind his shoulder to prevent him from coming back across the body.
like Clay gets in on, I want to say an is that a Darce or? I think it's just an Anaconda. So here, switching to north-south, Josh rolls to his left.
Where's Coltrane? Is he in here?
Cold, he didn't roll at open mat yesterday, I don't think.
Okay.
So that's Clay gets the Anaconda. Nice. Good. I was looking at Clay and Josh here. Nice and sick. So it's the underhook. Did he go? I think he looked like goes down to snatch the ankle. Josh sprawls it away, and Clay goes out the side.
Yeah,
So,
as soon as
chain wrestling.
Josh goes right over the head, then Clay changes directions and just goes right around the other side.
Yeah. Cole doesn't eat chicken and rice. He eats sleeves of Oreos and pizza. Don't you, Cole? Chen bologna sandwiches. It's like Jason went with your shoulder crunch attempt there.
Yeah, I was gonna get this out, and preemptively he wanted to roll and get out of the position. He didn't like, I think, the bite that I had on his arm.
Yeah, there's a good bit of tension there. A lot of space. I kind of curious if you could have limp armed out of this. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're kind of tied into him there. What did Arsene and Danny just do? Oh, are they? I think they're just training. Does Danny get something? Oh, Danny gets a good armbar. Okay. Let's look at this. Oh, no, they're just talking. From the single leg, Arsene hits the trip. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a clever little counter if that arm is stuck out there. Cole, were you going to finish that thought? What's Jason digging on here? Is he just trying to break your... Okay, yeah. I think he's just trying to control your grips as you climb up the legs. Alright, so... You guys have a cute way of talking to each other. So Jason, let's see. I want to make sure. Yeah. So this is a spot that I feel like for years I left some things out of this deep half dig on the leg that Jason's doing that only recently I started to really actively focus on, and it's purely because of like going against you. Or bigger guys who will sit back on their haunches when I'm trying to dig. Anybody who like maybe cross faces me from here. I take a gamble. Like it's an intelligent risk, but this hook of my bottom leg that is normally, you know, doing its job in half guard, hooking, I will take it, like I'll loosen the tension and I'll plant my foot and use it to reverse shrimp to where I'm scooting my butt underneath the hips. I think we focus a lot on trying to pull people's hips over ours or making quick moves to get underneath, but sometimes like just a quick plant of your foot and then scooting yourself underneath will turn this entire move around, where you know you can get just underneath the hips to actually start affecting their ability to balance. And then you know, you guys all know, once you get someone's hips above you, it's your call where they're going. But look how far Jason's hips are. They're you know, more under your chest than they are under your hips, and I'm not seeing anything getting them there. It's going to be really difficult to dig someone's leg out from underneath them without getting them off balance, or without getting your hips underneath them. I hope that makes sense. I know another way people like to do this. I mean, Luke just went over it a few weeks ago, but like using the knee to either push in this direction or in the opposite direction to lighten that leg. I can't always do that. And right now I don't think Jason could either. You're kind of smashing him. So I think a reverse shrimp underneath is going to be much more effective in getting this position to be workable, or just be stronger. Oh my God. What's a haunch? You wouldn't know, dude. This is a position James was using the overback grip on, where you got Jason pinned.
I've been trying to look for it, and I don't know. You'll see me later in the night too. I'm like trying to figure out how to get there, and just no success. Not yet.
Yeah, I need people to start sitting to like reverse case on me.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like that half guard variation of it. Oh, got the wrestlers. Shot on a low single.
Me and Joe, this was a fun round.
Danny with the front headlock, sacrifice on, I think, Gavin. I'm gonna throw my water bottle across the map. Is that something you did at the old school a lot? Gotta stop doing that turtle BS. Hey man, turtle, you know, it's a position, it serves a purpose. You just can't like get too static there. Something these two have definitely taught me, or reminded me of, is just like that staying still is it's not good. You will find yourself in much worse positions. Even just working on like your sit outs or something, Joe, or just like your ability to cut an angle, I think will benefit you a lot if you feel like you're getting caught in turtle too much. Something you could also try, Joe, is if you find yourself where, let's find you before Mike locks up a front headlock. So right here, this is a spot, and Mike, I think you might even know what I'm about to say, but this is where I dig myself out of this position a lot by reaching outside the leg all the way down to the ankle, and I'm really just taking like a false grip on the ankle not at the knee, not at the calf, all the way down at the ankle, pulling that leg out and then capturing it with my leg, stepping over with my near leg to get that leg, to get Mike's leg in between mine, and then, building up to standing position, knee tap double across to the other leg, all sorts of stuff. Going out the back if they don't have a whizzer. Rather than just staying put there, you can capture a leg pretty easily. Let's see.
When Matt's on the stream, I can just drink and watch jiu-jitsu. Like, there's really nothing better.
I am already self-conscious about talking too much. Plus, you guys, I mean, y'all tune in. I gotta give you something to listen to.
Fill the audio.
Do you want me to not talk so you guys can just listen to the same soundtrack you've been listening to for 2 years?
Like, you guys didn't stop this entire time. Like, this was a 6-minute wrestling match.
Clay and Arson.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait for the two of them to train more, and then I'll call out one of them. Be like, all right, cool, let's get it.
Strategy.
Yeah. Justin looking for front headlocks. Jordan reverses.
Joe's doing a good job here of controlling the distance between us. You see, like, I'm trying to use my head to drive into him and get into a body locking position. It's not the easiest thing to do on him, between just him being able to crunch into me and prevent it, and then extending his legs out the way that he is. He's doing a really good job of staving off this body lock. I had to change it. I can't remember if I wound up body lock passing. If I did, I'm pretty sure I had to change up my tactics.
Cole, are you just mad I blew up your spot for eating sleeves of Oreos? Because you're being really sassy right now. Ours had a nice little trip here.
I think he's only had 6 Oreos. If he had like 10 or 12, he might be a little nicer.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem.
Yeah.
His blood sugar's low. He needs to go eat more Oreos. Sorry, I just want to do this one more time. So Arson, good job getting up to his feet here and then going behind for the trip. And then, so I don't know how much Clay and Arson, when the two of you start rolling, I'm always curious if you're just interested in wrestling more and grappling and stuff, or if you're actively trying to work on some jiu-jitsu techniques. Not taking away from this, I just know from here, if I'm behind you, I'm going to be looking to get my hooks in, which I don't see Arson doing too much of. And by that, I mean getting the legs around the waist almost immediately, right? From here, I would probably look to like get up to a standing position or close to a standing position if I'm Arson, and swinging a leg around. I think we've talked about that back retention technique maybe within the last month and a half, I think, when we were doing our back sprint. But getting the hooks in now is going to be very important to moving forward to strangling. You're not gonna, very rarely would you ever hit a strangle without getting the hooks in. So something for you to think about when you get here.
Another tactic is to weigh down on the shoulders with that over-under seatbelt grip to try and like almost put like a hunch or like a rounding in your partner's back and like pressuring down. What it does is it loads up their hips and it makes their hips very, very immobile to where you can start thinking about lifting up on the underhook side and sliding in the right leg for an easy hook. I use that a lot on people who just don't want, like, they are refusing to give me the back. I like to get them into that seated position, or even in like a north-south position, and really round their back so that I can take their hips out of the equation.
Am I mad at you? I can never be mad at you, Cole. Except for those few times that I have been.
Dude, if you don't dunk them in milk, there's something wrong with you.
You probably dunk them in
100%.
scotch.
Who, me?
You, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I dunk everything in scotch, but like Oreos with milk, there's very little better than that.
I bet if they made like bourbon barrel aged Oreo flavors, you'd buy out the grocery store.
It's the only reason I drink wine is because they've been aging it in whiskey barrels now.
Yeah, this grape stuff's pretty good. Let's see.
Did you just like, hang on, peanut butter and Oreo? So I went to Cookout last night and got a milkshake.
I thought you looked fatter.
Hey, I'm trying to bulk up. And they gave me the wrong shake. I can't remember. I ordered like some like a chocolate chip or something like that, and they gave me a peanut butter and Oreo milkshake instead. It was pretty damn good. I gotta admit, I might be ordering that tomorrow
When you go to Cookout again?
when I go to Cookout and get a milkshake.
Bro, I could count on one hand the number of times I've been to Cookout. You're gonna like beat my record in 1 week.
I can count on one hand how many times I go per week, but that's about it.
Joe taking an interesting entrance attempt here. Damn, I wish there was another minute just so I could see how this would have played out.
Josh, don't lie. You've already been to Cookout.
Yeah, for real. It's the go-to tray.
Dude, so I only eat their milkshakes. I haven't had their trays in a long time.
Mike gets a tray of milkshakes. Damn, so Joe's like trying to come around on this cross Ashi entrance. Just about gets it too. That would have been cool to see that for like another 30 seconds. See if he was able to retain that. I want to see Coop try to break your ankle.
Yeah, he came at me.
Danny with the
Blueberries coated in chocolate. That sounds delicious. Jordan's entertaining the question for sure.
Yeah. Cookout has cheesecake.
Yeah, they have cheese. Yeah, I've had
Coley,
that too. Pretty good.
you definitely eat corn dogs vertically. Coop, this is real nice. You could see here. So just going back to what I was talking about with Arsung, or no, with Jason. Actually both, I guess. Coop immediately trying to get the hook in, but leading with that knee, driving the knee in. The big step over the back. Yeah. So this is where it starts to negate it. He gets the other hook in, but something to try, Coop. When you get to here, rather than stepping over the back. This is great. I want your leg to step in between Mike's legs. So you're gonna plant this foot right here in between Mike's legs and try to gather up the near side leg. So Mike's right leg in this case. From there, you could start to sag heavy to your right side, and then as Mike or your opponent starts to fall towards you due to that weight or due to a pull on a tight waist or something, you could slip your bottom hook in more easily, and then once you get them over, you can try to get your top hook. One of many ways to try to get your hooks in. That's not the only way, but a good tried and true method.
Yeah, and when you do that, make sure that you're looking down towards my feet rather than up towards my head. If you look up towards my head while you put your foot in between mine, then I have rolling leg entries there, so you have to be careful of that.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way with you.
Yeah.
I remember like you and Luke had a powwow, like a 20-second conversation where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna just do this to him, and then like both of you knee barred me like the same day.
You try and follow like one of the fan blades. That would totally make me dizzy if I did that.
Josh, you have a look at a guillotine here, like real briefly. Honestly, it looked like your hand got to a pretty decent position. Like you didn't grab at the chin, you went past. I'm curious why. I guess maybe Joe's head is tucked. It's a little hard to tell, or his chin is tucked.
Did you look gaze stabilization?
All right, dude.
Okay.
I can make up words too. I do it all the time. I just say it's Japanese.
It's a cross entry or a cross ashi entry.
Yes, it is. Let's see what happens here. Oh. All right. Damn, Josh got the tap on the inside heel hook. Interesting entry. You can't teach that. Because I don't think I would ever teach that. I like it. It's interesting. It's almost like I mean, it's reminiscent of like a crossbody ride, except Josh doesn't have the far leg under control with his legs, like with the lockdown, you know, because it's like they're in a position for a banana split almost. Not to bring it back to cookout talk, but as he gets there, he doesn't have that far leg, but he gathers the near one, slips into cross ashi.
Dude, does Cookout have a banana split?
I don't know, but I bet they'd make you one
totally
if you asked.
buy it if they did.
I had some DOMs. You poor guy. Did it twice, so that might work. So, and then from here.
No, they don't. Oh, dude, Andy's is the custard.
God,
is amazing.
you guys are so fat, even if you're not. and if you're talking custard, it's Wits all day.
Where's a Wits around here?
Davidson, they're opening up one by the Bad Daddies as well.
Really?
Yup. Counting the days. So the other thing here, let me get this out so we can move on. I like the position here, Josh, that you're in, you have great heel exposure already. The way Joe's booting his heel booting his foot probably isn't enough to really shut down your ability to get the heel. But as he's trying to get up and work to a turning position, you kind of keep that far leg splayed away. Like the big takeaway from here is that, like, even though you often triangle your legs when you get to cross ashi, it's not the only way to use your legs, and it's not always even the best way to use your legs. So this like stretched out position you have them in here, your legs are a little figure forward, but you're trying to keep that other leg not immobile, but not well utilized, and it's giving you all the time in the world you need to settle in on the heel exposure. And then right here, you tuck your elbow back and get it.
Cooper did not stop moving for like changing and flowing positions on me. No matter what I threw at him from an escape standpoint, from a defense standpoint, he was always just kind of like flowing into different positions. It was really nice.
You're going to the
Here's coming
armbar.
back. Yep, I tried to turn in. Trying to get his leg over. He winds up getting it, going palm down.
Gotta pinch those knees, Coop, when you get there. Don't cross the legs. Dig your heels in. Before we get too far, when you go to sit for this armbar, don't just fling yourself back to the mat. Like, see, you're entering into this without the cross-facing leg. I would move your hand over in this direction. That way, your body weight is over Mike's head, and take that time to slip the knee in front of Mike's head before you start to lean back. Because now Mike's using all your momentum against you, and he stacks you, right? Long before you could ever get your leg there to cross face him, which you absolutely need for that armbar.
Later, Jordan. Have a good night, man.
See you, bro. Oh, Josh on some more leg attacking to an inside Ashi almost. He used to, Cole. I don't know. He could be. Unconfirmed. Josh looking for the Katagatame. Joe looking for the big bridge. Nothing doing. It's Sean. I've said his name like 5 times.
He was probably busy eating Oreos.
Couldn't hear it over the crunching and the chewing.
The dunking in milk. I recommend scotch.
Yeah, Coop, I think your armbar is like little tiny steps away from being much more dangerous. I just want you to take your time when you're in that position looking to isolate it. You don't want to fall back to the armbar with too much enthusiasm. Just take your time to set up your control first, and you'll be surprised how many more you start getting. Now you're this is good. You're slowing down a bit and attacking the grips. Oh, Mike gets his head out. Josh was trying to sink in that north-south. Is that Braden?
Yep.
Doesn't get the trip.
Him and Gavin both have been trying to hit that on me. I think I'm just, if it's somebody their size, I think they can hit it.
I agree. It's a gamble, especially against bigger opponents. And you really got to set that up too. Like I would only do that if I felt someone pushing towards me. It's not something you want to just pull them into, especially if they're bigger than you.
Speaking of, he really had me locked down. Like I couldn't roll through on that, and so I was like, well, this is the only other way I know out of this.
So you took him back?
Yeah, I just picked him up.
Joe on the reverse triangle-ish. The butt sniffing triangle. The oil check triangle. There we go, working to a toe hold. Because why not? They're right there.
Sean, I really hope you were answering Josh's question because that's perfect.
Alright, what is this rolling entanglement you got going on here? Joe, are you focusing more on like playing with this cross ashi entrance and false reaping and stuff? Because you found yourself there a few times already. And you're flirting with it a little bit there.
Nope.
All by accident. It was a good sweep there. Yeah, Andrew gets himself a little too over the body here. You gotta stay on that, Joe. Constantly just looking for entries. Good, good. It's coming together. I mean, if you're starting to see some patterns and opportunities in live training, then that's a good thing.
Who's in training with on the right?
Justin.
Oh, okay.
Go, hands in the armpits, stand up nice and tall, don't even worry about that. There we go. Just trying to pendulum Braden really hard. Working up. Andrew's isolating his own arm right now by holding onto that upper trap grip. I'd rather see that coming in and framing the hips, creating some space, working to elbow escapes. There are much better places to put that arm, Andrew, you know that. Braden just did you.
A north-south joke. Very.
Oh.
I mean, it was a good setup, but the finish was really nice. He sank his hips back, brought my chin up, and
He was
did all the right things. It was good.
He was looking for it for a while there.
I think he wanted the natural, like the regular grip, no arm.
Yeah.
But how he slips through and then walks back. That was a really nice finish.
Joe's dead. I hope Braden notices the trouble he's in. Josh trying to just go directly to mount. Looks like he gets it. Maybe?
I think my knee's in.
Okay. He's been doing that really well, controlling the head with the underhook and his head across the side, giving him a free hand to very easily slip that knee through. Like it's not enough to hold him in a half guard when you're pinned. He normally passes by that pretty easily these days.
Yeah, he was definitely giving me some trouble. I was figuring I had to get out pretty soon. This was good.
Right out the back.
Yeah, he just blew right past on that one.
Yeah, what happened there?
I just wasn't anticipating him to just kind of barrel in that way, and he had a tight waist grip on me that I just didn't address soon enough.
Yeah, and your knee slipped right out, and you just closed the distance. Crowding him behind the legs now, getting them pointed away so you can't turn towards him. He's got the crossface in, so you can't work that over the back sit up that James was doing. Like if he took it down to the hips, it'd be doable.
Right. Yeah, every time he would put me in this position, I couldn't figure out how to get into the one that James gets in, that reverse Kesa, basically. I haven't seen very many people try to put me in that.
Are you training tomorrow?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Because I need to work on that too.
Runs around to north-south.
Joe, good
My
example.
elbows are... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Joe with a great example of the armpit push sweep here.
Oh yeah.
Opposite, this is the other option for that position rather than the over the back grip. Right now it makes sense with Justin facing him. You're not gonna. I don't know if you could get the sit up sweep from there with the over the back grip.
Yeah, because he's in regular Kesa. I think the over the back goes for his reverse Kesa, like you said.
Yeah. That's right. So, yeah. Then what were you saying about Josh's skinny arms?
So when he came around, I realized that my arms were just in a really crappy spot. I wasn't able to really get any good frames against his shoulders to get my knees back in. But as soon as we came back up, or he started pressuring into me, and from there I was able to get some frames and then eventually get my legs in.
You almost had that cross ashi.
Yeah, he danced right past it. He knew something was happening with that leg, so he kept trying to get some distance and got away from it.
Almost have it again.
This one, yeah. He does not like me getting this.
Yeah. You're really digging on that leg, though. That was a really nice entrance.
Yep. I did not go in for the leg lock. I wanted to come on top and see if I can make him suffer the same way. I don't think I was successful. I can't remember.
Going for your body lock pass.
Yeah, this one actually felt pretty good.
Now Josh is limiting your options here as far as which side you can go to with that leg over the top. That was smooth though. You hopped right over that knee.
He pushed my head the wrong way. We talked about this
Yeah.
right after. So he was doing really good right here, but he was kind of like second guessing because he felt like I was still advancing, and so he winds up pushing my head to the other side, to his right side, and then
Yeah.
now I'm like, all right, sweet. Now
Totally
I'm gonna
helps you.
just step right over. Yep. Boom.
Joe, gotta cut an angle on this, man. Like, just another example of the turtle position. If you're not being mobile enough with it, you're not gonna do yourself any favors.
Yeah, and something that we haven't talked about too, Joe. I mean, I know we've talked about it in different settings and stuff. Is just sit outs, right? Like you should always have the threat of a sit out when somebody has an over under, or even like a like a reverse body lock on you or whatever you want to call that. You should always be testing them by sending them one way or the other, and that gives you the ability to start cutting angles as well. But just going around and stepping onto a leg or using your legs to reinforce that grip, I think is also like a low effort and high reward type of movement.
Justin doing good, keeping some heavy pressure on as he makes his way around the back. But here we go. This is okay. Oh, he had a leg in already. That's fine then. I didn't think he had the hook in. See, do we get a takedown in the final seconds? Nothing. Oh, glad to see you guys making friends here in the chat. Good stuff. That was a quick 40 minutes of footage. I'm looking forward to getting back to class tomorrow so I can get caught up with all the rest of you. Get a picture. I don't believe you until we see a picture of it. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time.
Drive it to class.
Jerk me around. Yeah, drive it to class, man.
Have you decided whether it's yellow or red yet?
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everybody, for
Thanks,
tuning
Joe.
in. Always appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Hope you're all rested up and ready for a new week of training. I believe, yeah, we already said earlier, we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on with close guard for the rest of this week, and then it will be onward to open guard. So bring any questions you guys have to class. As always, I want you guys asking good questions and getting you up to speed on stuff that you're slacking on. So
Not just eating chicken and rice. Cole, are you sure?
yeah,
Are you sure you will be there tomorrow?
we'll see, dude. I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't forget the Oreos.
Yeah, you better bring Oreos. You guys are very welcome. Thank you for the follow, Clay. Appreciate the follow, brother. And some of our more recent followers, we had TM Bass and Caesar Bike and So Sun.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to chat with you guys. Yeah, it's only half and half because he took parts from a red Corvette and parts from a yellow Corvette, like body parts, and put them all together. It's real ghetto looking. In the meantime, follow here if you're lurking. If you love the stupid stuff that all of our students say during our chat and want to watch more of it, subscribe if you can. We always appreciate the support. Go subscribe on YouTube as well, where we'll post this for you guys to review. Anything else? I don't think we got any news this week. So cool. We will see you guys back at class. Go trim your nails and do your laundry, and don't be stinky. We'll see you then.
Later.